Good evening, folks. This is Longshot 1982 with another review. Today we're going to be doing a review on a very misunderstood character. Character that's perceived as an enemy, as a diabolical villain, but when you look at it from another perspective, he's really just a tester of human fabric. Very similar to Galactus's way of life, he just is what he is. Very similar also to the Saw Killer, where he's basically testing the fabrics of human will. And the will that I'm referring to is the will to survive. He is a tester of survival of the fittest. He's an embodiment of what survival of the fittest is all about. He was born in ancient Egyptian times. He was a mutant during that time, and he has survived through numerous circumstances, numerous wars, which I'm sure he provoked, but he has a lot of history. So if somebody dares challenge him, who are you talking to exactly about surviving and about strength when this guy has been there, done that? And here he is in his very first appearance in the Marvel Universe in 1986, X Factor #6. Great book if you guys can get your hands on it. And it's really not that expensive if you want to get your hands on his first appearance. I had to get it because I am an Apocalypse fan. I'm also a Darwin fan and fan of science and survival of the fittest. And like I said, that's what this guy is all about. Now, I kind of set you guys up a little bit here, the way I had this bust displayed at first, because he has this most disappointed look on his face, the blackening of his eyes underneath, around his red eyes. He's like very, very infuriatingly disappointed on something. Either one of his henchmen messed up, either something was stolen from him, or they just ran out of crab legs at the Chinese buffet. Either way, this guy is extremely unhappy, disappointed. They hit the nail on the head with this bust. This bust weighs a ton. It's not as light, it's not hollowed out at all. It weighs a ton. That and the Doctor Doom Legendary Scale bust are equally as heavy. They hollow out some of the other ones. I love them all, so it doesn't really matter. They emphasized every detail about Apocalypse in his face, from underneath here, part of his collar, the bolts in the back of his head, they are emphasized as well. The metal around his neck, good luck choking him. And of course the skin, as with most busts, you get to see the wonderful texture is really elaborated in the bust. The vein work in his head, it looks like right here his blood pressure's up a little bit. He may need to take some blood pressure medication. He's, well, right here because he's so pissed off. There is a thing with Apocalypse that I've noticed throughout the years. Everything that's with Apocalypse is rare. From the Overpower cards, when it was a collectible card game from the 90s, his card was hard to get. It was one of the characters to get. Hard to get. Very limited run. They have a Bowen piece of Apocalypse that is fantastic. Good luck getting that for anything under $400. And they have this bust also, which is very limited also. They only made 350 of it. And upcoming is the premium format Apocalypse, which is supposed to come out sometime this year. All our Sideshow fans know it'll probably come out during the next presidential administration. We'll see how it plays out. I am optimistic. Maybe I'll get that piece. I really just love this bust. You see part of right over here, his shoulder, the muscles in the part of the shoulder, and this part of his armor right over here. I have no idea when it's as far as what else about Apocalypse they're going to be coming out with. I hear is going to be in one of the upcoming movies, so if you want to try to get your hands on some Apocalypse memorabilia while it's still reasonably priced, you might want to be able to do it now before they really start putting out the previews for, I think it's the something of Future Past, the new X-Men film that's coming out. They're going to try to show, I think, Apocalypse. That's what some of my comic book fan friends have been telling me. That's pretty much it. This is my Longshot's review of the Apocalypse Legendary Scale Bust. Please subscribe to me if you haven't. Please comment. I would love to know what you think of this piece and my review of it. And if you have any critique, I would love to hear that as well. I'm open-minded about that sort of stuff. Thank you very much for listening. You guys have a wonderful evening.